Do you follow a religion?
Yes, I'm Christian.
And is it a certain denomination under Christianity?
No.
And why Christianity for you?
Well, I grew up in a Christian household, so it's kind of all I knew. My mom didn't play that. So it was like we was at church every Sunday. We was reading the Bible. So it just kind of stuck with me.
Now, what is your opinion on Halloween?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't celebrated Halloween since I was like 17. So like now, because this is the social media time, so I hate to say this, but I will do a photo shoot just to throw it up there, like a Halloween inspired photo shoot for my fans. Like last year, the year before, I was Tyra Banks, because everybody says I look like her. I was Tyra Banks in life size. So a lot of people loved that. But like actually going to a Halloween party, putting candy, I haven't done that since I was like 16.
But that is something you've done in the past.
Yes.
Okay. And why are you like that these days? Why that protocol or policy there, for lack of a better phrase?
I'm just not into it. I think it was just one of those things that I grew out of the older I got. Like I don't really care to go to a Halloween party at all and dress up. I don't care to do that.
Now, you mentioned Tyra Banks here.
Mm-hmm.
Did she publicly comment on your costume?
No, she didn't. She didn't, which I know she saw it because it pretty much almost went viral. So I know she saw it, and people were tagging her back to back to back to back. But it's cool.
Now, when it came to dressing up, when you have done it, what have you dressed up as?
Oh, man. That was so long ago. Like, I was still in high school. Oh, I was a nurse. Yeah, I was a nurse. Yeah.
Anything else?
I can't remember, honestly, but I remember the last time when I was in high school, I was a nurse.
And have ever done matching costumes with someone before? I don't know if you were matching with anybody with the nurse costume.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. No, I haven't.
People, I know you dressed up as someone like Tyra,
Mm-hmm.
but have people ever dressed up as you before?
No.
What would that costume look like?
Mm.
Someone dressed up as Jazz.
Man. That's a tough one because my style is like all over the place. So really what they would have to do if they really want to bring it to life would just be to imitate one of my actual pictures. So, like my album cover, a lot of people were like shocked when they saw it, my latest album cover called The Experiment. So if someone wanted to dress up as me, it had a theme and everything. So that's something that they could imitate.
What was the meaning behind that title?
So The Experiment. So this goes to female rap. And pretty much me and my team, we're like, man, we're not the only ones that know you're lyrical, but you're not getting the credit you deserve. You're not even getting the looks. So what we're going to do, we're basically going to say, hey, let's do a little experiment where we try to get you more sexy. We talk a little more raunchy in your music. We basically just have you open up more since this is what female rap in 2021 has become. So it's pretty much just like an experiment, which if you see the album cover, you'll see I have the little beakers set up. And it's basically like I'm in the lab and I'm pouring into each beaker what makes a female rapper. So you'll see like one beaker says raunchy, one beaker says like sex sells. You know, it's very, it gets emotion out of people. Like when people saw it, they were like, whoa, is she like coming for female rap or is she appreciating it? I appreciate it, but I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate female rappers who can really rap if they're not showing their ass too. So.
Now, have any rappers publicly commented on it? Publicly?
No. Behind the scenes, but not publicly.
Okay.
You know, people are not going to talk about you unless everybody else is. So.
Now, you ever done the trick-or-treating thing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so when I was young.
Okay. Craziest thing you ever received trick-or-treating?
This is going way back. This is like 10 years ago. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Okay, just
I'm
throwing
sorry.
questions just in case.
I'm like, I don't want to keep saying I don't know, but I really don't remember.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna just
Okay.
keep throwing stuff until something jogs your memory. When you did trick or treat back in those days, did you have a favorite Halloween candy?
Oh yes. What are they called? Because I don't even eat them anymore. Oh, Twix. I like the mini Twix though. For some reason, it tastes different than the big one, but yeah, I like the little mini Twix.
Why'd you quit Twix?
I think it was just one of those things I grew out of. Like as we get older, we don't like things that we used to crave or want to do as much. So I can't remember the last time I ate a Twix, but every time Halloween would come around, I wanted my Twix.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what couldn't you stand back then
Oh,
when it came to Halloween candy? What did you leave at the bottom of the basket or the bag or the
yeah.
pillowcase?
I hate candy corn. Like I hate it. Like it makes me want to throw up just thinking about it because when I think about it, I can taste it. I hate candy corn, and then Twizzlers. Like those are disgusting. Like if you're gonna don't put Twizzlers in my Halloween bag. Like when I was younger, I'm like, put Red Vines. Like come on, everybody likes Red Vines more than Twizzlers.
What was it about Twizzlers that you didn't like?
I feel like Twizzlers are a knockoff Red Vine. Like Red Vine is like real licorice. I don't know what a Twizzler is at all.
What do you say to people watching this that say, no, Red Vines are a knockoff Twizzler?
Well, it's crazy because a lot of people in my life like Twizzlers. And I'm always like, you got to get the real thing. Like, you haven't experienced the real thing yet. But they don't like licorice. That's what they say. Well, I feel like Red Vines are strictly licorice, and I don't like that. But,
When it comes to candy, this is just a question that just popped in my head. Do you think new candy will ever be invented? Or do you think we're stuck with the candy that we've had for years?
That's so crazy. I've never even thought about that. Like, I've really been eating the same candy for years.
Like whether it's licorice or candy bars or... I mean, do you think a candy will ever get invented again? Or are we stuck with what we got?
That's a really good question.
Think about lollipops and...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we will. We'll get... Man, like, why wouldn't we?
Just curious.
I don't know, because I think about, like, social media and stuff. Like, I never thought I'd be on Instagram when I was on MySpace. You know? Like, so, yeah, we probably will.
Ever passed out candy yourself?
No.
Now, I know you're not into Halloween, but I'm still going to ask you things that happen around Halloween just in case. Haunted houses. Are you into haunted houses?
No, I'm too scary. Like, I'm the type of person, I love watching scary movies. That's literally all I watch. But I don't want to be there in real time. I'm too scary for that.
Now, speaking of horror movies, scariest movie of all time, in your opinion?
Oh, The Strangers. If you have not watched The Strangers, it's actually on Netflix now. Go watch that. I remember when I first saw it. It came out when I was maybe like 15, 16. It's an older movie, but I couldn't sleep for like a week straight.
Was there a particular scene in that movie that really got to you?
Yeah. So so The Strangers is pretty much, I don't want to give it away too much, but it's it's a masked family, and it's three of them who basically are just tormenting this one couple for no reason. So the couple's going through it really bad because the woman says no. He proposed to her, she says no, basically, but they're at this little honeymoon retreat because he thought she was going to say yes. So I remember one of the masked men is just knocking on the door, finally getting into the house, and the lady's like, why us? Like the woman who was there, she was like, why us? Like, why are you tormenting us? And he said, because you were home. And that kind of stuck with me because it's like, life is so crazy. You never know.
Did you ever get a chance to see the sequel?
Yes.
What'd you think of the sequel?
I liked the sequel a lot. It wasn't as good as the first. It didn't spook me out as much. I don't know if that's because I'm older now. But it was pretty good. And I usually don't like sequels to scary movies.
What about this? What is your opinion on ghosts?
I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts.
Why not? Some people do.
Like, I can't speak. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I believe in God and I've never seen him. But it's just like ghosts. I feel like it's made up. I've never had an encounter with like that's how I feel about aliens. Like when people believe in aliens, I'm like, how? It just seems so like off the wall to me, outlandish. Like I can't get with it.
Now, what about music, aside from the experiment?
Hmm.
When it comes to Halloween, do you have a favorite Halloween song of all time?
No, because I don't celebrate Halloween.
Just curious.
so I don't.
You know, there are some people out there that don't celebrate a holiday, but might like some things that happen during the holiday, like music, for example. They
Oh.
might not celebrate
Oh, I
it,
get it. Yeah, no, I don't have anything though. So
or they might like the mood it brings out in people, or
no,
that's like that.
Halloween to me, like over the years, it's just evil to me. Like I don't like it, so I don't go outside.
So I take it, I'm gonna assume here you never made a Halloween themed song.
Hell no.
Never used Halloween as a release date for music.
No.
Ever had to work a job on Halloween?
I probably have because I used to be a manager at a gym, so I probably did. And I used to work at a shoe store, so I'm sure they scheduled me because they didn't care about my well being at all. So.
What was the name of that shoe store?
It was called Chic Shoes.
And what was your role there?
I was what do they call it? A sales associate. So like you come in, you're like, hey, I want to enter the Jordan raffle. I'll help you with that. Or if you say, hey, do you have a size 7 in these? I go to the back, tie it up for you, put on the sock for you. I used to hate that. And then you put on the shoe, and I try to get you to buy the shoe. I lie to you and say, wow, that looks amazing, so that you get the shoe. I was really good at it, though.
A good liar?
Yes. I just hated putting, like, actually doing the work where I had to get on the floor, put your sock on for you, then put your shoe on. But that's how you make the sale because people feel like, wow, she cares. Like, she's helping me out. She's awesome. And then when you put it on, yeah, I'm like, wow. Like, you wear that shoe? Oh, my gosh. And then they
Now,
get the shoe.
did you ever feel guilty over that?
No, not at all. But it's my job. Like, I was getting paid to do that. And then it was, like, commission-based. So it's like, in that type of environment, you always had somebody who's competing with you. So I remember this girl I used to work with. She was so competitive, and I would try to outbeat her. So no, I didn't care. I just wanted the sale.
What do you think about that now?
That's why I'm not easily persuaded when I go into stores now because I've worked in sales, so I know what they're doing. But I don't feel bad. They gotta make their money.
What about when it came to like a big shoe release? Would you get dibs on that back then?
No. So like
Like a Jordan that came out a particular week, or a very popular shoe that was about to release? Did you ever get...
no, I'm thinking that's crazy that I didn't though. But I wasn't into Jordans back then. But even if there were other big shoes, we just did the raffle, but we couldn't participate.
Oh,
in it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raffles.
Yeah, we did the raffle.
I think prior to that, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't want to assume here. Maybe I'm seeing the wrong thing, but you could correct me if I'm wrong. Did they start doing raffles because when shoe releases would happen,
Yes.
things got violent
Yes.
and stuff? Okay.
It was too much. It was too overwhelming. So now if you just do the raffle, then you know, okay, I got my shoe. I can go pick it up.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's okay. And what age were you when you were working at that shop?
I was 15 or 16.
And how long did you end up working there for?
A month. I quit because I did all that work. I got my first check. It was $200. And I was so hurt because I thought, like, okay, commission, like, this is going to be a nice fat check. Like, I at least thought I was going to make $500. So I saw it. It was actually $198. I'll never forget that because I said I'll never, ever work at another shoe store again. And I always had, like, fly kicks. So people just gravitated towards me. So I'm thinking my sales is, like, through the roof. $198? I was like, no way. And I just texted my manager later that night, and I was like, I can't make it. I won't be coming back. It was horrible. I was young, though. I didn't know how to quit.
What was the other job you had?
I was a manager at a gym.
That's right. Care to share the name of that gym?
It's called Fitness Connection.
And what was your role there?
I was a sales manager. So basically, once again, I'm lying to you so you get that membership.
And how long did you end up working there for?
Oh, I loved that job. I'm not even gonna lie. So so this goes back to the comment that I made when people like, man, she rapping for 10 years, this and that. I was actually, like, a lot of things would be put on hold because I did actually have a job, which a lot of people think is crazy because I was working at a gym as a sales manager with like 200,000 followers. So people were like, what are you doing in a gym? But I just loved it because I used to play basketball, so I felt like it still kept me in that lifestyle of, like, healthiness. And I wasn't filming at the time, so, yeah, I worked at a gym, and I was there for, like, when I was sales, it was about a year and a half when I was sales manager. But before that, you have to work your way up. So I was there for, like, a year as well. So probably, like, 2.5 years.
And how was the pay there?
Oh, it was great. When I was sales manager, it was great. Salary job. They took great care of us. But, like, when you're working your way up, it was still good. It was better than the shoe store.
Was there commission at all with the gym job or no? Because of salary?
Man. No. Yeah, it wasn't. So once you hit sales manager, no, your salary.
Oh, so there was commission before that when you weren't? Or not even?
No. So what it would do, it wasn't commission, but the more things you sold, you worked your way up because of that. Because it was like, whoa, she sold 50 bottles of protein today. We need her to be our manager. So that's what I would do. Like, when I was the underdog, I would just sell a bunch of stuff to my clients or, like, visitors, people who came in. And then they saw, like, wow, she can really sell. We need her as sales manager.
And what age were you when you started that gig there?
I think I was 22, 23. No, 22. Yeah.
And what ended up happening? Quit or fired?
This is crazy because I was actually working there before pandemic hit. So I ended up leaving because God blessed me with the job of something that was in the entertainment industry, something that I really wanted to do. But, yeah, I ended up leaving because I also, too, when the pandemic hit and we opened back up, it was just, I'm not going to say I didn't feel safe. But it was one of those things of, like, this is a gym. Like, people are sweating. People are coughing. You got the guys lifting in the corner, dropping the, things on the mat, sweat flying everywhere. I just didn't feel like it was sanitary enough for me. Now, we did clean it up, but it just, I didn't want to be the one to have to clean it. Like, I didn't want to do that. So.
And what job do you end up getting?
I got on The Mix on Fox Soul every Tuesday as a co-host. My agent called me, said he wanted me to audition. I auditioned for it, did a couple test reads over, like, the span of two months, and I got the job.
How many people you think you beat out?
I beat out a lot of people. Like, I beat out, like, influencers. I beat a lot of people out because a lot of people don't understand just because you have a big following, that doesn't mean you can speak. That doesn't mean you can articulate. That doesn't mean you have good viewpoints. That doesn't mean that you could just look great on camera. So I actually ended up beating a lot of people out, so that was pretty cool. It was a blessing.
Ever been booked or performed on Halloween?
No. I want to tell you yes about something for Halloween, but I'm just
going through my Halloween questions here. Almost done. Almost done. Ever been arrested on Halloween? Or had to serve time in jail?
Not on Halloween.
Okay. You have been arrested, though.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I was like, why did I say that? Yeah, I've been arrested.
What ended up happening with that?
This is a true story. Like, true story. I got arrested for assault. They take me through booking, right? Right hand to the man. The officer is like, you Tammy Roman's daughter. This is when she's telling me, hey, you got to take off your piercings. I had on jewelry. I had a belly ring. Like, you can't have none of that. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, why are you in here? Like, what's going on? And I was like, man, some people giving me trouble. Da, da, da. She said, man, get out of here. True story. And she let me go home. I was like, whoa. I called my mom like, I'm out. I didn't even go through all that. She was like, get out of here. I love your mom. Okay.
Care to share what county this happened in?
This was in Waller. So a lot of people who watch this are not even going to know where Waller is.
Sure, there might be some Google searches. But my last question when it comes to Halloween.
Uh-huh.
Most embarrassing Halloween moment, if you have one.
Huh. I don't think I have one. I probably do, but I don't remember it.
And for time reference, it's 2021 now.